she may consume. To the gentlewoman from Texas, Ms. Fletcher.
The gentlewoman is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I am delighted to bring my bill, H.R. 1917, the Hazard Eligibility and Local Projects, or HELP Act, to the floor today. And I thank Congressman Pappas and I thank my colleagues on both sides of the aisle on the Transportation and Infrastructure Committee for agreeing to move this bill forward. I am so proud of the HELP Act and all that it represents. It is bipartisan, common sense, meaningful legislation that was born out of a real partnership with local officials in my district in Houston that will benefit all Americans. As many in this body will recall, Hurricane Harvey hit my district in Houston and the entire Texas Gulf Coast in August of 2017, causing great devastation, dropping nearly 60 inches of rain, claiming 68 lives, and causing an estimated $125 billion in damages. It was the second most expensive hurricane in United States history. And members of this body responded to Harvey's devastation with the speed and purpose we needed for our recovery, passing 3 supplemental appropriations bills, sending billions of dollars in aid to Texas through different programs. But our recovery was, and still is, slow, slower than many expected, and slower than any can afford. Before I was sworn into Congress, I met with our local officials at home to talk about the impediments to our recovery. How could we speed it up? Where was recovery delayed? What could the federal government do? And one impediment that had significant impact on our recovery was the process for the award of mitigation project funding from FEMA. And here's why. As Mr. Pappas noted, Section 404 of the Stafford Act provides that FEMA may grant up to 75% of funds for cost-effective mitigation projects through the Hazard Mitigation Grant Program, HMGP. When states or municipalities apply through the HMGP program, projects, regardless of size or scope, require a comprehensive review to make sure all requirements of NEPA or other statutory requirements are met. And importantly, these hazard mitigation grants do not allow for the reimbursement of costs incurred before a grant is approved. As a result, many areas recovering from disaster must wait for the FEMA review before purchasing land or starting construction on a project designed to mitigate damage. This FEMA review can go on for months or years at a critical time for decision-making and recovering. In the case of natural disasters, local governments need to move quickly on projects like land acquisition. For example, buying land or buying out homes that have been damaged or other land acquisition projects. In Houston, this was true for us when we were looking to buy a golf course to create additional stormwater detention. The Chief Recovery Officer for the City of Houston has told us that FEMA's pre-award cost policy, that is, not allowing reimbursement of costs incurred before grant approval, is a limiting factor in recovery, especially in cases of land acquisition. Homeowners simply cannot afford to wait the months or years to make decisions about whether to repair their homes or participate in a buyout. The result is not only inefficiency, but real hardship. For example, Harris County Flood Control District received $25 million from the Hazard Mitigation Grant Program to conduct buyouts to reduce flood damages in areas located deep in the floodplain where structural projects to reduce flooding aren't cost effective. But that was nearly a year after Harvey. It took a year because the review period required at FEMA for all HMGP applications. Most homeowners simply don't have the luxury of waiting a year or more to begin repairs or decide what to do. So the quicker local governments are able to move, the more people they can help and the more resources they can leverage. Having a one-size-fits-all approach to reviewing projects through the HMGP is not efficient or effective. It needlessly delays critical mitigation work. So that's where the idea for the HELP Act came from. The HELP Act will allow land acquisition projects and simple construction projects that do not require an environmental impact statement under NEPA to commence immediately without risk of losing the potential federal funds. This will allow state and local governments to respond more quickly to the needs of their communities and to plan disaster mitigation more efficiently and effectively by removing unnecessary delays and streamlining FEMA Hazard Mitigation Grant Program. It's simple, it's straightforward, and it is needed. At home, I continue to hear a consistent concern that these federal disaster recovery projects move at a very slow pace. This bill addresses that and will be a real improvement for communities across the country. I would like to thank my colleague, Mr. McCall, for working with me on this bill. Disaster mitigation is not and should never be a partisan issue. There remains much work to do to prepare for future storms that we know will come. But I am hopeful that the HELP Act will aid state and local governments when they do. I urge my colleagues to support this important legislation and help our families, businesses, and communities recover from disasters. Thank you, Madam Speaker. I yield back.
Thank you. The gentleman from Massachusetts reserves. The gentleman from Mississippi is recognized.